With you, I can't be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. With you, I love the...
Hi, welcome. It's great to have you here. I'm George Pearson. This video is about making money. It's about making money online, making money from the comfort of your home. Anybody can do this. Anyone can do this. There's no skill that is needed. No technical skills are needed. No money is needed. You're not going to need to spend any money. Everything is free. The training is free. The resources are free. The tools are free. Everything is free, so there's no cost involved, zero cost. You can do this from anywhere in the world, and you can start using this strategy right away. I'm about to share a strategy or process with you that I am using personally. So the advantage of that is that you're going to be able to kind of look over my shoulder and see exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to be sharing other sites with you that are using the same strategy so that you can see that this strategy does work. And the strategy, it's a method that is based on what's called faceless videos or faceless video marketing. And that is a way to make money on YouTube without having to make any videos. You're not going to have to get in front of a camera. You're not going to have to do any kind of videos, actually, or even create a video. You're not going to have to do a voiceover. And you're still going to be able to make money. And essentially what you're going to be doing is downloading videos and uploading videos to YouTube. It's that simple. And make money. So before we begin, let's take a quick look at the money, because I want you to see there's some significant money to be made here. Now, in order to do that, what I've done is I've taken us to a site called Social Blade, and Social Blade ranks. One of the things that Social Blade does is to rank YouTube channels, and if we look at the top 25 channels, the first two that are using the strategy that I'm going to be sharing with you, the first two are WWE and Z Music. And if we look at WWE, for example, according to Social Blade, WWE makes somewhere between $1.8 million and $29 million per year. And according to Social Blade, Z Music makes between $1.8 million per year and over $37 million per year. Now so you can see the income potential is huge. But when you're starting at zero, it might be a little bit hard to wrap your head around millions and millions of dollars. So I'm going to share another example with you. And the reason why I want to share this is an example of exactly what I am doing. In fact, it's not only what I'm doing, it's exactly what I'm doing right now. And what that something is that I am working on right now is a Betty Boop video. A Betty Boop video. You're going to see how all this ties together in just a moment. But the Betty Boop video actually that I was supposed to download last night, unfortunately only partially downloaded. I have satellite internet, and it rained last night, and satellite internet and rain don't get along quite well. It's only partially downloaded at the moment, but this is exactly what I'm working on, and you'll see how this all comes together in and you'll see how all this is going to come together in just a moment. And when we go to YouTube, you can see, if I search for Betty Boop, you can see that this video is getting the video that I'm talking about is Betty Boop Poor Cinderella. And the video that I'm talking about is getting 6.2 million views already in the last 2 years. So what does that relate to in dollars and cents? YouTube pays between $3 to $5 per 1,000 views. That's an average amount. They pay 10, 12, and more dollars per 1,000 views depending on your niche. But the average niche earns between $3 to $5 per 1,000. So let's just say $4 as an average. If we multiply 6.2 million, which is actually 6,200,000. So that's 6,200,000 thousands of views then what that at $4 per 1,000 means that channel has made $24,800 in the last 2 years off of that one little video. If you like this video so far, and I certainly hope you do, if you're finding value in this video, give it a big old thumbs up if you would. Turn that like button black. Do that right now. Thank you so much. And if this is the kind of content that you're interested in, be sure to join the channel. Smash that subscribe button, and ring the bell, and that way I'm going to be able to let you know every time a new video is published. Back to our video. The channel that we're looking at with this Betty Boop video, that the channel is Cult Cinema Classics, and if we take a look at this channel on Social Blade, according to Social Blade, this channel is doing exactly what you're about to see, exactly what I'm doing, is earning between $6,000 and $100,000 per month. And they're using the exact same strategy that you are about to see. So what I've done with this strategy is that I've created a vintage television channel, Mr. P's Classic Television. Strategy is pretty simple. Essentially, it is to download vintage video, which could be vintage TV shows, vintage cartoons, vintage movies, vintage music, vintage commercials, and so forth, and then upload them to YouTube. And the downloading and the uploading is actually the second step in this three-step process. There is an important step that we need to take first, and this is a very important step because what we need to do is a little bit of research, and it's called niche research. Don't let that throw you. This is super easy, and what it's going to do for us, it's going to help us to know beforehand, before we upload any videos, it's going to help us to know whether those videos are getting any views, as well as how we can get in on those views. To find out if they're interested in our perspective video, we need to go to YouTube and then type in the YouTube search box keywords that are applicable to that video. In this case, I was searching for Betty Boop, so I typed in Betty Boop. It just so happens that the video I'm talking about is showing up right away, but the next step is to click on filters and then click on view count. What that's going to do is filter these videos according to view count. Baby Be Good, Snow White, Cinderella, which is the one that we're talking about right now, and Ain't Ya. Ain't Ya is actually a song. So in a matter of seconds, we have located 4 candidates, 4 prospective videos that we can use. Now there's a little more research that we need to do, and I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But the next thing that we need to do is make sure that these videos are available. We've determined that there is demand. There's a lot of demand, so high demand. We need to make sure that we have a supply. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to type in these 4 different videos into the search box, into the Google search box, and I'm going to add the words Internet Archive. And the reason I'm adding Internet Archive is that Internet Archive is actually the source of our videos. This is where we're going to be able to get these free videos that we can download and then upload to YouTube. And it so happens that Internet Archive has all 4 of these videos. The reason why I'm using Google, by the way, in order to find these videos instead of Internet Archive is because it's actually faster to use the Google search engine than it is to use the Internet Archive search engine. So we know the videos are available. Again, there's one more step before we begin any downloading. That step is a little trick when it comes to being able to get our videos seen. It's an SEO trick, which stands for search engine optimization. Don't let that throw you, because I'm going to introduce you to a free tool that's going to do all the work. The free tool is going to do it all for us, and it is free. The trick that we're using is we're trying to find keywords. What we want to do is find keywords that are going to what's called score well, and you'll see what that means in just a moment. And what this free tool is going to do for us, it's going to weigh the search. We know there's good search, but what we're looking for is good search with low competition. It's also going to weigh the keyword strength. So it's going to weigh search, competition and keyword strength, kind of balance them all together, and we're looking for a score that's in the yellow or the green. The yellow is like good, and the green is even better. That's like very good or excellent. And what this is going to do, it's going to help to level the playing field. So even though we're a brand new channel, our videos are going to get seen just as well, if not even better, than the big dogs, because we know this little trick. So the next step is to download a free tool called TubeBuddy. Now, TubeBuddy is actually a suite of tools that will help you with your YouTube channel. And once we download TubeBuddy, when we go to YouTube, TubeBuddy is going to show up. It'll be a TubeBuddy icon. We can click on that icon, and that will give us access to the tool that we want to use, which is Keyword Explorer. So we'll click on TubeBuddy, then click on Keyword Explorer, and then in the search box, we want to type in keywords that are applicable to our video. It so happens that there are a number of keywords that are going to help us to score well. And by scoring well, what that means is that we've got a chance, even as a brand new channel and even as a brand new video, we've got a chance of getting our video on page 1 of YouTube search for free almost immediately after publishing. What that simply means to you, or that means to me, is we're going to get a lot more exposure, which is exactly what we want, exactly what we need, especially when we're brand new. We want all that. We want as much exposure as possible. So this little trick is going to help us to get that exposure that other new channels unfortunately are not getting because they don't know the trick. When we type in a keyword phrase and hit search, TubeBuddy gives us what's called an overall score. And what it does to come up with that score is it balances the search, it balances the competition, it balances the keyword strength, and what we're shooting for is our keywords that score in the yellow and the green, and preferably, of course, the green. The higher the score, the better. TubeBuddy will also give us some additional suggested keywords for free. It's even going to help us come up with some new keywords that we can test out and see how well they score. And there's one other thing I want to share with you about TubeBuddy that's really going to help you, or going to help your channel. And once you install TubeBuddy, another thing that's going to happen is that tags are going to show up, that the video tags are going to show up. So if the video has any tags, they're going to show up, and there'll be a button below the tags. That's going to apply to both your videos and your competitors' videos. Any video that has tags, yours included, the tags will show up. And again, below the tags, there's going to be a button. Is Show Search Rankings. Click on that button, and that's going to show search rankings. So if any of those tags are on page 1, it's going to show up as green, and there'll actually be a number which will give you the ranking of where it actually is on page 1. So how this can help us, of course, on competitors' videos is we can see what tags that our competitors are using that are scoring on page 1. If they apply to our video, if they're applicable to our video, we can consider using them as well. So it's another little trick to help us to get more exposure, free exposure from YouTube. So again, niche research fortunately tells us that Betty Boop cartoons, especially the 4 that we're talking about, they are an excellent choice. So let's go to step 2, and as you already know, step 2 essentially is downloading and uploading. So the next step is to go to Internet Archive and download the video. You will find a link below in the description to Internet Archive. Now what Internet Archive, what most channels are doing is downloading and uploading, and what I'm doing is something that's a little bit different. Why? Because different helps us to stand out. That's usually a good thing on the internet. That's usually a very good thing. So what I'm doing, which you do not have to do, what I am doing and what I'm recommending that you might want to consider doing, is to sandwich your video between what's called an intro and an outro. The intro is pretty much says your channel or your channel name presents. It's simply a way of branding. Every time somebody watches one of your videos, there's your channel name. You're branding it into their mind. You're branding it into their mind, but you're branding your channel. And on the outro, what that is, it's a 20-second segment, or 20 seconds or more. And the reason is that you can, when it's 20 seconds or more, you can add an end card to that. And what it's going to allow you to do is ask people to give your video a thumbs up. It's going to ask people to, you can ask people to comment if you want to. You can ask people to subscribe. And you can also ask people or suggest that they watch this video next. Based on your viewers' preferences, what they like, YouTube will provide the best video for that particular viewer as the next video for them to watch. So this is another nice trick that I recommend that you add to your videos. It only takes a second, and it helps to separate you from the rest. The other thing that I recommend that you do is, after you export your 16:9 video, which is the format for YouTube, then change that format to 9/16. Change your outro to a TikTok outro, and the TikTok outro simply says that they're going to, if they want to watch more classic TV or classic cartoons or classic game shows or classic, if they want to listen to more classic music or whatever your channel, whatever type of channel you decide on, if they want more of it, they will find a link to your YouTube channel or to your website or whatever in the profile. Of course, shorten the video to around a minute, and literally in a matter of seconds, you've got a video that you can upload to YouTube. And you've got a video that you can upload to TikTok. And while those videos are uploading, of course, fill in your title and your tags and your description and so forth. Add your end screen, add your video cards. On TikTok, add your hashtags. In order to do this, you're going to need a video editor. In order to do that, no big deal and no cost. You can download an absolutely exceptional video editor called OpenShot, and it's totally free. This is a downloadable editor. Or you can use an online editor such as Clipchamp. You'll find links to both of these in the description. Clipchamp is also free, 100% free. There's no watermark and there's no limit on your videos. Now on YouTube, when your video is processed and you hit publish, a pop-up is going to happen, or a pop-up is going to appear, and that's going to allow you to share your video on social media platforms. And this is step number 3. This is something that you really want to do, because again, it's going to help your video to get exposure, more exposure, and you want exposure. You want more people to see your video. So join several of these platforms and share your video on those platforms. I also recommend that you join several Facebook groups that are related to your niche, and share your videos with those Facebook groups. Now, one other tip that I want to share with you about these social media platforms is that they are social. You need to be social in order for those platforms to send you traffic. They will send you a ton of traffic as long as you interact. If you do not interact, they're going to look at your sharing, all the stuff you're sharing. They're going to consider that spam, because you're just spamming them with all these videos and not interacting. But when you interact, all kinds of wonderful things are going to happen. By interacting, what that simply means is comment on some of the content that's on on these groups and on these sites. Be sure to give likes where likes are applicable. Any comments that you receive or any questions that you receive and so on, be sure to reply. And what this is simply going to do, it's going to give your channel an additional boost, because it's going to give it more exposure. This brings us to your bonus! And your bonus is a little secret that I've discovered that I want to share with you. The secret that I've discovered is that game shows are very popular on YouTube. I mean, very popular. People love game shows on YouTube. So if you decide that you want to embrace this strategy, and I certainly hope you do, if you decide you want to run with this, you might want to consider a game show channel. Allow me to wish you much success. I am rooting for you. I do want to thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.
With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. With you, I love the way